Hello, and welcome, or welcome back to the Winning Wallet, where we know it's never too early and never too late to start taking good care of our finances. On this channel, you will find budgeting information and strategies. You will find cash stuffings, savings challenges, sinking funds, and a little bit of wisdom thrown in from time to time. Excuse me, please, while I go get that squeaky toy. And we're back. As you may know, I have a dog named Lucy, and when I am talking to you, she gets a little jealous, I think, and wants all the toys. So anyway, I am not a professional financial advisor, you guys, but I am a teacher in real life, and I get paid 10 months out of the year. I am on a financial journey to manage recent economic challenges and to correct years of overspending and unwise money decisions. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a plan. And usually you will hear people say, budget with me. Well, right now, this is a plan to save with me. Thank you for being here. This community lifts my spirits every single day. And I cannot believe how much warmth and care and support I have already been receiving. I've been here now for a month, and it is simply amazing, and I thank all of you. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the plan. If you have watched any of my previous overspending videos, you will know that, the dust again, I can't stand the dust. You will know that I spent 7 years overspending in the beauty community, and I am on a mission to pay myself back. I'm going to do that in a few different ways that I'm going to share with you today, but the amount is just over $30,000. That's a lot of money. Yes, it was over a period of 7 years, but you guys, this hurts my heart. And some of you have been leaving comments about if you were to think and calculate your spending over the last several years, it would upset your stomach. It would give you a headache. It would be upsetting. And it is, but at the same time, it's a growth opportunity. It's a learning opportunity. And it is an opportunity to move forward and do things a little bit differently. So while it is painful and eye-opening and just crazy, really, it's crazy to me to think that I was spending that kind of money. Again, it's an opportunity to do things different, grow, gain the wisdom, and make some changes. So the first thing I want to show you today is the actual spreadsheet that I showed you earlier. And I'm going to zoom you in for this because I do need to explain some of what I'm doing here. So this spreadsheet shows by the month and by the year what my spending was in the beauty community. This is makeup, skincare, perfume, things like that. And taking a look at the numbers, if you were here with me before, you saw me go through some of these. I am matching my months of no shopping and the average of what I would have spent in any given month. I'm matching those to months within the spending tracker. So if you see here, the month of October is $218, and I gave that a number 2. So up here, I'm using the no buy, the no shopping, and the not spending this money to counterbalance what I spent in 2021, last year, in the month of March. So these two amounts cancel each other out. No shopping, shopping. For the month of November, look at that number. This is a month. This is what I spent on average in the month of November because of the Sephora sale, let's be honest, $746. This is labeled number 3. I found an amount as close as I could to that and came here to 721. So that was from July of 2020. These two cancel out. Shopping, not shopping. This is one way I am paying myself back $30,000. Now, this 84, the closest I could come was the 71 here. I'm sorry, the 79 here. So we are going to color that today. Let me get my marker. And I did a little bit of shopping in the beauty community September of this year, but not very much, comparatively speaking. So this 84 is going to counterbalance this 79. So let's go ahead and color that in. Another month off of the tracker, and I can color this in also. So that feels good. You will also see some squares with zeros and low dollar amounts. I'm not counting those because zero, obviously I didn't spend anything, but $13, I'm not worried about $13. These zeros over here are nice to see. $7, not a big deal. So I am going to give it another run through and make sure I don't have any other very small amounts that I can just, okay, well, here we go. I guess I already started this process, because if it's circled, you will see that it's well under any larger amount here. So I'm not worried about that. Let's go ahead and color them in. I am not worried about $63. This is from August 2017. So yes, it's a long time ago, you guys, but it's still on my tracker. I still want to count it. We have a 53. That's not a huge deal. We have 86. That's not a huge deal. We have 26. That's not a huge deal. Not sure what I'm going to do about that 96, but moving over here, 71, not a big deal. It's natural for us to spend money at certain times for certain things. It's when it gets to be astronomical numbers where I feel, in my opinion, it has become a problem and something that I want to change. So looking at the spreadsheet, the zeros, not a big deal. The smaller money amounts, not a big deal. I can go ahead and absorb those costs over the last 7 years and not feel like I'm making, having a problem with that. I do love the beauty community. I love makeup and skincare, of course. So spending a little bit of money is not a big deal, but look at these amounts. Look at this amount, April of 2020. Well, we know what happened in the spring of 2020, and let me tell you, I used shopping as a distraction. I went from being an in the classroom teacher to an online teacher. I was at home every day. So some of these amounts, $14.62. That is craziness to me. We have 900. We have 600. $1,315. These larger amounts are the ones that I'm paying very close attention to. In my previous video where I showed the spreadsheet, you may have taken an opportunity to look at the amounts and wonder what the grand total would be. Well, I'm here to tell you the grand total today. And it's painful. It's painful. The grand total of 7 years of overspending in the beauty community is $30,236. This is everything. This is not the smaller, or I'm sorry, it does include these smaller amounts. So what I'm paying myself back isn't exactly $30,236, but I am going to say it's pretty close to $30,000. Yes, it's over 7 years. However, it's too much, you guys. It's too much. My rent, as you know, if you have watched any previous videos on the subject, my rent went up $400. And my disposable income is no longer available in the same way. I still have some, but I am not choosing to use it in the same way. So this amount was a wake-up call for me, and I understand being hesitant to calculate your own spending. I don't blame you. This is painful, but it is real. It is a wake-up call. I am actually thankful to be going through this process, and it's a big emotional and literal wake-up call. I mean, this is emotional. Money can be emotional. But because it's so big, because it's so emotional, because it represents such a massive part of my life, 7 years, I felt it needed its own binder. Now that makes me smile because savings binders, daily wallet binders. Binders are fun. So let me show you what I have chosen to do for this particular savings challenge. I am still trying to get a handle on exactly what type of savings challenges I'm going to enjoy the most. I do enjoy using binders, so I set this one up. I love the color green. It represents life. It represents growth, and I feel that's part of my journey right now. So the color green became representative of my $30,000 payback. And I am learning something else about the savings challenges. Here's what I'm learning. I do not like these little slips of paper. I don't like them. Now, I got rid of the 52-week challenge and replaced it with something else. I do have this slip of paper, but I also have my savings challenge box of the same thing, 100 envelope savings challenge. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm not saying that I will never use this slip of paper again, but you guys, I purchased these on Etsy. I did not read carefully enough. That is my own fault. I didn't realize these were printable. I thought I would be getting what I saw in the picture, colored, hefty cardboard or stock slips for my challenges. It's my own fault, brand new to the community, didn't know exactly what I was ordering, but I am learning that these little pieces of paper just are not my thing. So let's introduce the new savings binder. On Etsy, as you know, you can find almost anything. And I went to the shop, Carrie J Budgets, and bought some savings challenge trackers. Now, I ordered several, and the ones that I chose are smaller denomination. I'm not in a rush. It took me 7 years to build that amount of spending, and it's going to take a while to pay it back. So instead of using this, where I had already saved $45, I transferred that onto this tracker. It's laminated, it's beautiful. So we already have a jump start here. Let me zoom you in just a bit. This is where I'm keeping the money. This is my income that I am paying myself back that will be deposited from my years of over shopping. We have a 30-day challenge. Again, I chose it because the denominations are a little bit smaller. They are smaller. I am getting a raise that will be coming shortly. However, I don't feel comfortable with challenges that have large denominations yet. So we have the 30-day challenge. We have the $1,000 emergency payback fund. Obviously, I added the payback, but look at the amount, $10, definitely doable. Then we have the $500 savings challenge, again, smaller denominations here. Then we have the 52-week challenge, smaller denominations here. And then, do you recognize this? You might, because it comes from two sister bees, and I love them. Jen and April at Two Sister Bees, I'm telling you, they have it together over there. It is a seamless operation. And I ordered these challenges and got them, I don't know, in less than 2 weeks, maybe even a week. Etsy, I'm learning for a lot of shops, takes weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And if you're anything like me, you don't want to wait weeks. So this was a beautiful, wonderful way to add other savings challenges into my project. So the green folder is specifically for the Two Sister Bees savings challenges. I've only chosen one right now because I have several already in the binder. The one I chose is to squirrel away, and I love this. They gave me and put together actual envelopes. However, I wanted to go ahead and have the money in envelopes that I already had, in a binder that I already had. I didn't want to go out and buy a bigger notebook. I didn't want to invest any more money in any more supplies, so I'm using what I have. This is the back side of the cash envelope. It says protect your nuts, and that's what I'm doing. I'm protecting my nuts, in this case money. I so apologize for Lucy behind me. She's going a little crazy. It's not even 4 o'clock in the morning where I am, and she is just raring to go. So this is my envelope for Squirrel Away, and I wanted to show you the actual challenge of Squirrel Away. I like this one because, again, smaller denominations. Squirrel away your choice of $1, $3, or $5 per symbol that you color. So I will be using this in this folder and coloring as we go for the savings that I add into the new savings binder. So as I get to know what type of savings challenges I'm going to enjoy, I am going to work on allocating a good chunk every single week when I do my stuffings to this binder to pay myself back. That's just a few of the plans that I have in place. Of course, we do have the 100 envelope challenge box. This box also could be considered a way to pay myself back. I have other savings challenges right here in this binder. However, I'm not too concerned about what is in there for this purpose because I'm going to be moving. My rent going up $400 changed my life. So when life happens to us, you guys, and we experience these life-changing economic challenges and difficulties, putting a plan into place is definitely the way to go. I feel like I am on the way to building a good plan. You all have helped me. You leave me comments, you leave me suggestions, you give me ideas for what I could do in the situation, and I appreciate all of you so, so much. I feel like this community is probably one of the most uplifting and supportive that I have come across on YouTube, and it warms my heart, as I have said before, and I'm just so grateful. So I thank you for joining me today for my planning video. Again, this isn't really a budget with me, but it is a plan to save with me. And with the ever-changing economy, thankfully, I do have that raise coming. I do have a bonus coming. But no matter what is coming our way, having a plan, knowing where we're coming from, knowing what we are trying to move toward, the in-between can be flexible. The in-between those two things, our past and our future, can be trial and error. And I feel like I'm on that process. I'm on that journey right now. Perhaps you feel something similar where you are trying to go from one state or one thing to something else in your life. And that in between can get messy, but it's okay. I'm willing to get messy. I'm willing to get my hands dirty with my money, and I hope you are too, because it's when we dig in and get our hands dirty that we know we can make positive change. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me. Please consider subscribing. I know I didn't say that earlier, but I do have a lot of people watching and not subscribing. I would love to have you as a subscriber if you would like to be here. I appreciate your support. Keep the comments coming, you guys. I would love to get to know you all better. Thank you again for joining the Winning Wallet today, where we know it is never too early and never too late to start taking care of our finances. And remember, self-care isn't selfish. Wishing you an amazing day, and bye for now.